Vikram જે તમે સાંભળી ચૂક્યા છો, Vikram was looking for to start a healthcare startup in India અને he had 4 ideas. પછી બ્લોગ એમને મળ્યો ત્યારે આ આઈડિયાઝ બાબતે રિસર્ચ કરતા હતા ત્યારે, અને પછી અમે મળ્યા નેક્સ્ટ દિવસે અને વાત કરી કે કેવી રીતે અમે ડાયાલિસિસ પેશન્ટ્સને એક્સપિરિયન્સ બેટર કરી શકીએ, અને અલગ અલગ વિચાર આવે અને અલગ અલગ આઈડિયાઝ આવે, અને પછી વી ડિસાઇડેડ કે અમે NephroPlus કરીને શરૂ કરશું એક કંપની જેમાં ધ main focus is going to be how to get the life back of a dialysis patient, how we can make dialysis patients lead a normal life. And एक चीज clear है तो कि we would have to give good quality dialysis, very good quality dialysis, and that would be the basic, you know, the basic offering that will enable people to get their life back. We wanted our patients to work, travel, exercise, enjoy. જે રીતે બધા કરીએ છીએ, they lead a completely normal life, કામે જાય છે, પિક્ચર જોવા જાય છે, બહાર જમવા જાય છે, ફરે છે, હરે છે, તો એ બધું ડાયાલિસિસ પેશન્ટ કરી શકે. That was our main goal. અને એક ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ડિસિઝન અમે ત્યારે લીધું કે we will not call our patients, but we will call them guests. ઇન્ડિયામાં કલ્ચર આપણે સૌ જાણો છો કે અતિથિ દેવો ભવ કરીને છે, તો we wanted our guests to have a very, very positive experience when they came to a dialysis center run by us. Each વિચારને આગળ કરતા we started several initiatives, જેમ કે હોલિડે ડાયાલિસિસ છે, જેમાં ડાયાલિસિસ પેશન્ટ પોતાની ફેમિલી સાથે ટ્રાવેલ કરવા જઈ શકે છે, કોઈ પણ હોલિડે એક અઠવાડિયે 10 દિવસ ફરીને આવી શકે છે, અને એક NephroPlusના સેન્ટરમાં એકદમ સારી ક્વોલિટીનું ડાયાલિસિસ પણ તેઓ મેળવી શકે છે. ડાયાલિસિસ ઓલિમ્પિયાડ કરીને એકદમ યુનિક ઇનિશિયેટિવ અમે સ્ટાર્ટ કરી, જેમાં ડાયાલિસિસ પેશન્ટ્સ ખાસ એ લોકો માટે ઓલિમ્પિક સ્ટાઇલ ગેમ્સ ઇવેન્ટ અમે દર 2 વર્ષે ઓર્ગેનાઇઝ કરીએ છીએ. બહુ જ જોવા જેવી આ પ્રતિયોગિતા છે. અને પછી આશાએ કરીને એક આખો દિવસ જેમાં એન્ટરટેનમેન્ટ, એડ્યુકેશન અને જે બધા ડાયાલિસિસ પેશન્ટ્સ આવીને એકદમ મજા કરી શકે અને બહુ જ શીખવાનું મળે એ લોકોને એ દિવસમાં. So the basic concept is to enable our dialysis guests to lead normal, fulfilling lives. અને મેં આખી જર્ની એક ચોપડી લખી છે, સિલ્વર લાઇનિંગ કરીને, જેમાં મારી પર્સનલ જર્ની અને NephroPlus કેવી રીતે શરૂ થયું, એમાં શું શું કર્યું અમે એ આખું એમાં મેં લખ્યું છે. અને અત્યાર સુધી તો જર્ની બહુ જ સરસ રહી છે, અને આશા છે કે આજે આગળ પણ વધારીને વધુમાં વધુ અમે આવું કામ કરી શકીએ. બસ એ જ મારે કહેવું હતું. આગળ કોઈ પણ પ્રશ્ન હોય તો પછી આપણે વાત કરશું.
Moving with our presentation, we've spoken about the journey. NephroPlus, as we spoke about, was brought with the idea of democratizing dialysis, ensuring quality dialysis scale. And as an organization, we are a full stack dialysis organization. We have the capabilities of running a single bed in a home settings to running the largest dialysis unit in Tashkent that we established. So from 1 to 165 beds capacity, we have it all. We have dialysis on wheel, we have home hemodialysis, we do greenfield centers, we run inside hospitals, corporate chains, and government partnerships, and running the largest dialysis in the world. So we have a full stack capabilities of establishing and running dialysis clinics. So how is this market, this industry lucrative? Unfortunately, we all understand that diabetes and hypertension burden is increasing on the society. So hence, these two are the largest reasons for people having the renal failures. The study says 1 in 10 people have a CKD problem. CKD has 5 stages. Stage 1 and 2 is the early stages, and stage 5 means when the kidneys have packed up and the kidneys are not functioning at all, and the person is required to be on dialysis to do the needful. And just to give a little favor, and I hope none of your people around have ever gone through dialysis, but I'll speak 30 seconds on the dialysis as a treatment. Dialysis is not a cure. It's a treatment which replicates the function of a kidney. It's typically a 4-hour treatment. A person is at the machine, blood circulates 9 times outside the body, and it purifies. And the primary things that 2 things it's done is it takes out the excess water which is in our body, and it also clears the impurities from the blood. Other 2 primary function that dialysis does. And typically any person who requires dialysis is expected to take thrice a week. That's the standard. But in India, unfortunately, due to many reasons of accessibility, affordability, this frequency is not thrice a week. This is somewhere around 2.5 to 2.2. So in an ideal setting, a patient is expected to be spending 15 hours in the clinic So it's a very sticky business. They come very frequently to the clinic, and it's a life-saving therapy. So it's not an optional therapy. There is not, if a person does not receive dialysis for 7 to 8 years, they potentially can die. So it's very sticky business, chronic business. It is not a cure, it is maintenance, and a person has to come very frequently. And that's why the model is very sticky, predictable, and at the same time, scalable. As we spoke about that, we ventured into other geographies, and right now we are operating in these 4 countries outside India. We can see that Philippines, Uzbekistan. So Philippines is a fairly, first we'll probably talk the penetration first. In India, it is severely underpenetrated. Less than 10% of the people who need dialysis get dialysis. Rest all do not get it. So they potentially die. Similarly, Philippines also is underpenetrated market, 16%, and Uzbekistan close to 30%. Interesting point to note is the price point. India operates at $12 a treatment, whereas Philippines is operating at 110, and Uzbekistan is around $73, and Saudi Arabia is $300. So that's the difference, that India is potentially the lowest price point in the world on dialysis. And if NephroPlus has built a scale and a profitable business in India, then we have all the know-how and the expertise to really go overseas and command better returns.
I'll talk about the strategy and the numbers. If I have to describe NephroPlus strategy in one word, it will be focus. Our differentiation comes from our focused approach. As Kamal mentioned in his story, the DNA of the company is to become the best in dialysis. And we have remained focused on dialysis since our inception for last 15 years. And in the future also, our strategy is very simple: to remain focused in dialysis and become the world's best player in dialysis. We are a distant leader in India. The next competition, we are 4.4 times larger than the next competition. We want to continue to consolidate this leadership position. In our RHP document, you will see we are raising 353 crore of primary, out of which 129 crore will be spent on adding about 50 to 60 clinics every year for the next 2.5 years. So we want to consolidate a leadership position so the distance between us and the next competitor continues to increase. Our next strategy is to grow in the international market, where we have now been there for 3 to 5 years. Philippines, we are already number 3. We want to continue to grow in Philippines. Uzbekistan, we have a very good presence. So our strategy is to continue to grow in the international market, where we have done very well in the last few years. The third part of our strategy is to take our dialysis DNA, our strength in dialysis, our right to win in dialysis, because we have the world's best cost-quality combination. We want to take this India platform. India operates at a $22 price point. When we go to Philippines, which is at $111 price point, Uzbekistan, which is at $55 price point, Saudi Arabia, which is at $240 price point. Every other country in the world is operating at higher price point than India. And when we are able to take this India platform and replicate it in other parts of the world, we believe we have the right to win. And that's our strategy. We want to open a new market. We want to expand further in Saudi, in the Middle East, in Asia, and other parts of the world. See, I have worked in bank before NephroPlus. I've worked in HSBC Bank for 19 years across 3 countries. I've evaluated many investments. I've rarely come across an investment where growth and profitability is balanced. Oftentimes, the company has to grow at the expense of profitability or bring profitability at the expense of growth. But because of the industry in which we are working, the dialysis business is very sticky, very recurring, very predictable. And we have reached a scale. So because of that, we are able to drive a very balanced growth and profitability. As you can see from the numbers, we have grown at the CAGR of 31%. Our EBITDA has grown at a CAGR of 85%. Our profit margins are constantly rising. There are 2 metrics in particular we focus a lot. As a CFO, I give a lot of focus to these 2 metrics. The first one is ROCE, return on capital employed. In our business, it's very easy to deploy the capital on many suboptimal projects because there is so much demand for dialysis given the under-penetration. We as a company are very disciplined. We allocate capital only when it is ROCE accretive. The other metric that we are very focused on is cash flow. We have an owner's mindset. I am maniacally focused on converting our earnings into cash on a daily basis. We have daily routines to make sure that cash is coming into the business. For example, if you look at our 2023 number, 81% of our EBITDA was converted into cash. So as a company, we are very, very focused on generating cash flow.